All right, welcome back to the channel, y'all. We're doing another video. This time we're talking about, just talking about G37s. Just talking about I get one in 2023. Being that the car is, pretty old now. I mean, it's not too crazy old, but look, what G37 started in what 2009. 2009 came all the way up and down to 2013. So I mean, it had a little decent production run, which is kind of crazy because Q50 been around for what, like 10 years now, or almost a decade. They need to do a new model right now. But specifically talking about the G37, would I really buy one in 2023? My personal answer, me after owning one after 2 years now, I've had my ups, I had my downs, I've had my in between moments, I guess you could say, and with the when it comes to like reliability and the platform in general, I would see myself buying one. But it depends on the condition that it's coming in. As of right now, after me looking like on Auto Tempest, Facebook Marketplace, Car Gurus, other places like that, I would not buy one. Now you gotta hear me out here. I got pretty lucky in my opinion. I bought my car low mileage. I got it from a dealership actually, so but I ended up paying the full amount. I got my car, I want to say right out of COVID. So, used car market was kind of iffy around that moment. There was a lot of overpriced cars, there was a lot of underpriced cars. Well, most was overpriced, but there was some underpriced cars mixed in between there as well. Um, in my opinion, I definitely feel I overpaid for my car at the moment, and I was like, damn, I kind of paid a lot. But compared to right now, if I can actually turn around, sell my car for more than what I paid right now, and that's me being for real. I actually paid enough. I overpaid what 2 years, yeah, two almost 2.5 years now, or 2 years ago, and at this moment right now, I can stand and sell the car for more. Now that doesn't mean go buy one because you're gonna, in 2 3 years time you're gonna make more money back off of selling it. It's just the condition I bought mine in. Like I said, low mileage. It was decent. It was a garage queen at this point. It really was. You could tell that the car just sat in a garage. Didn't really get used that much. It was just really good taken care of. Certain problems that I had with it, but the person definitely before me, because two owners, it's before me and then me. They definitely beat on it at certain points. But the car itself, just talking about the G37 platform, just talking about the car, it's not meant to be all of everything. You know what I'm saying? It's not meant to be the fastest sedan. It's not meant to be the best luxury. This is like a middle ground. You know what I'm saying? This is in between that luxury car area, in between that sport car area, in between the sports sedan area. You know what I'm saying? It's in between. Like, don't go compare a sport G37 compared to a M car. You know what I'm saying? BMW M, not Infinity M. BMW M. Some people was like, "Oh, you're talking about the M Infinity." No, I'm not talking about BMW. But don't compare those two. I mean, yes, you can make some pretty good comparisons. If you go to 2009 and compare M3 compared to a G37 XS or a G37S, you could possibly make some pretty good comparisons. But I know I'm not gonna say what the M car is better. I don't know for sure, But definitely I feel like you shouldn't be comparing it to those high end trims of the M car. This is more of a middle ground. If you really want to sit down and look at the car, don't compare it to nothing. Just think about the car where it is. Like I said, like mid tier luxury sports sedan. There's other cars that fit that category as well, but just compare it to what you feel you want to compare it to. Like I said, I've had some problems with the car as well. I mean, it's been 2 years. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that everything's been perfect. But let's see. The biggest problem I've actually had was the coolant. Was it the coolant reservoirs? Not the reservoir. It's the coolant hose connector. I'll put a picture on the screen, but it's the coolant hose connector, and mine's basically deteriorated, which is actually a common thing. They do deteriorate for some reason if any misstep in the design. But I just replaced. I was driving, just really driving. Boom, see smoke come out the engine. I'm like, what the hell is going on? But evidently, it was just that coolant hose, which didn't cost much. I got like a new hosing for it, which was like $45. Like everything was like things like parts wise, maybe $45. I'm not too sure how much it was. I don't remember at the moment. But I got everything from Z1. So I'll drop the link down below. You can check out Z1 if you have a G or you're looking to get a G. Most likely you're watching this video because either you just bought one or you're looking to get one and you're trying to figure out if I really should get this car. So let's just keep going about we'll keep going with the problems right now, and then we're gonna switch up into like the benefits of it. Like I said, the coolant thing was a problem. If you have a sport model, I know your your brake calipers themselves, like the pistons could get stuck. It's not like I don't know. It doesn't happen to everybody, but it possibly could get stuck. So my car actually doesn't. I actually had to delete the sport calipers because to replace one was too expensive, and it was just too expensive to replace the calipers just for the piston. Even though it's nice to have the big brake kit, but I had to evidently replace that and switch it out for this like a cheaper caliper system just because it was too much to take a chance on that happening again possibly. But like I said, Z1 also sells the akimbo brake kit as well for that as well. So and again, this video is not sponsored by nobody. This is just me talking. Um, have any other problems I've had with the car? Besides that, there's not really been much any problems. Like little things like well, it's not really too little, but my fuel pump I just had to clean. I had check engine light for it, but I had to just basically clean the fuel pump gauge, like inside the actual pump itself inside. Just had to clean a little gauge for it to make sure that the needle's reading properly. Um, yeah, other than that, actually, I haven't had too much really problems. I mean, I had a misfire, but that was my fault. I should have done my tuna way sooner. Um, and about to upgrade Spark Plus from Z1. So that, like I said, it's not really that much. That's not too many bad for me. But getting into the goods of it, I honestly do love the car for what it is. Um, I like just driving, so I'm mostly just like cruising around with it. To be honest with you, I'm not really one of the fast boys, so I'm not building this car for speed. I'm mostly just building it for the aesthetic looks of it. So if you do want to keep watching the build as well, make sure you like and subscribe. But I'm basically building it for the aesthetic. It's more so on the show car side than being on one of the fast boys. This is like a street slash show car build. Just wants to look good, and I also want to be able to like regularly daily drive it around. And I do daily drive this thing. I promise you, I drive to work every day with this car, and like I said, I don't really have that much problems. Let's see. Some plus of it is honestly the aftermarket support for this car is, in my opinion, pretty good. I'm not gonna say amazing because there's certain things that I wish we just had like certain parts or like certain things that is more easily attainable. Like when it came to getting a diffuser for that car, it was crazy hard to get a diffuser because I'm like they want $300, $400, $500, and I didn't want to spend much on the diffuser. You know what I'm saying? And then I ended up looking at the Q50 diffuser. I found out, this measurements, it actually does fit the G37 sedan. I'll do a walk around video of my car soon as well, so you guys see what's on the car, so you understand like what I'm talking about. But I did add that Q50 diffuser, so that was pretty cool. I've done like a lot of custom work as well, like the lighting and stuff. I've done the interior. It's honestly a pretty solid car. Um, just to do a recap, would I get one in the condition that a lot of them are in right now? I wouldn't. Like I said, there are a lot of them are high mileage right now. There's a lot of what you looking at. You're probably looking at like 120,000 miles, 150,000 miles, 140,000 miles. Honestly, I wouldn't get one in that condition right now, just because for that same money I was paying like between if you go to a dealership between like 11K to $18,000, you can get a lot of other cars that will probably last you a lot longer. Um, you can get like you can probably get like a 20, not a 20, I don't know, but you can probably get a Civic for that price. You can get, now I won't say older Benz, but then you probably run into more problems. You can honestly get this. Doesn't like I said, like that the price range of $10,000 to $18,000. You can get into a lot of other builds, and especially with a lot lower miles. Now, if you can find a G37 that's low on miles, and I'm talking under 100,000 miles. Let's say under 100,000 miles. I'm still under 100,000 miles. I'm still under 80,000. I'm low. But if you could find one low enough, like under 100,000 miles, in good condition, well kept. Like I said, you gotta look out for certain things like that cooling hose. You gotta look out for keep an eye on the radiator. Because just keep an eye on certain things to make sure that when you're buying it, that it's like it's legit and it's not like falling apart on you. Obviously, it's not been beaten on every day. But you get into that, you'll be set. You don't really have to do too much with this car. To just have fun with it. I've seen a lot of people with stock G's and they look good and they still have fun. Obviously, you could just switch it out. As soon as you get the car, get your exhaust, get your wheel suspension. You get a couple interior mods, little goodies in there. Get some new headlights. You get the GTR headlights. You could get the GTR tail lights customly done. I know how to custom do those things. Those things are pretty cool. Like I've seen them. I have a set of taillights that are literally sitting right there looking at that I want to do. You can track this car. I've seen people build it up. I've seen people do engine swaps. What are you talking? 600 horsepower. I've seen single turbo builds, and I've seen people reliably do single turbo builds. I had not too much problems. Obviously, when you start adding a turbo to an NA car, you run into problems, but not too much problems. Keeping the car just NA, just add on simple bolt-ons. Maybe get you some high flow cats, get you full exhaust. Um, you can build this car pretty nicely. So that's my answer. I know that I gave a straight answer at the beginning, and I started just straying away from that as we got close to the end. But that's honestly my answer with this car. That's what I just want to give you like a opening to it, whether you just bought one or you're looking to buy one. So if you like the video, make sure you like, subscribe, stay tuned for more content. Next, I'm probably going to be doing a taillight build. I'm pretty sure I said this in my last video, but I am certain. No, I said my headlight build I'm gonna do the last video, but I also want to do a taillight build. I've seen, people. I have the hearts right now. I want to do a V2 version to the hearts, so stay tuned for that. Headlights is also gonna be coming out. Taillight headlights, and like I said, it's getting cold, so I'm not gonna be doing the bags, but hopefully, by the time I do, cause if I order the bags now and stuff, it would take a minute, just having time, space, parts getting here and everything. It would just push into later in the later months. But stay tuned for more content, guys. I will be making more content.